The Senate Judiciary Committee erupted into angry clashes on the final day of Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh's confirmation, with Sen. Cory Booker saying he will face possible expulsion by releasing a document deemed confidential. "This is about the closest I will probably have to an I am Spartacus moment," said Booker, referencing the Hollywood classic about a slave rebellion in ancient Rome. The New Jersey Democrat identified a Kavanaugh document related to racial profiling among the tens of thousands deemed committee confidential, meaning senators can view them, but they have not been released to the public in advance of the hearing. "I understand the penalty comes with potential ousting from the Senate," Booker told his colleagues. Republican Senator John Cornyn tangled with Booker, saying he knowingly violated the rules. "I understand the consequences," shot back Booker. "I knowingly violated the rules that were put forth. I'm told the committee confidential rules have no consequences. So, sir, I come from a long line, as all of us do as Americans, of understanding what that kind of civil disobedience is, and I understand the consequences. I am before your process is finished. I am going to release the email about racial profiling," said Booker, a possible presidential candidate. "I understand the penalty comes with potential ousting from the Senate. If Senator Cornyn believes I have violated Senate's rules, I openly invite and accept the consequences of my team releasing that email right now." Booker continued, "I'm releasing it to expose that 1. Emails are being withheld from the public, have nothing to do with national security. Nothing to jeopardize the sanctity of those ideals that I hold dear. Instead, what I'm releasing this document right now to show, sir, is that we have a process here for a person, the highest office in the land, for a lifetime appointment. We're rushing through this before me, and my colleagues can even read and digest the information." Panel chairman Senator Charles Grassley jumped in and implied Booker was grandstanding. "Can I ask you how long you are going to say the same thing 3 or 4 times? Cornyn took a shot at Booker's motives. "Running for president is no excuse for violating the rules of the Senate," he said at one point. Cornyn, a Texas Republican, blasted Booker's move as outrageous. "This is no different from the senator deciding to release classified information that is deemed classified by the executive branch because you happen to disagree with the classification decision. That is irresponsible and outrageous. And I hope that the senator will reconsider his decision, because no senator deserves to sit on this committee or serve in the Senate, in my view, if they decide to be a law unto themselves and willingly flout the rules of the Senate and the determination of confidentiality and classification," said Cornyn, the No. 2 GOP Senate leader. "That is irresponsible and conduct unbecoming a senator." At another point, Booker taunted Cornyn, "If what he said was sincere, there actually are Senate rules governing the behavior of senators. If he feels that I've, and now my fellow colleagues who are with me, have violated those rules, if he is not a tempest in a teapot but believes that, then bring the charges. Go through the Senate process to take on somebody that you said is unbecoming to be a senator. Let's go through that process. Because I think the public should understand that at a moment that somebody is up for a lifetime appointment, that this issue does the public have a right to know," he said. The Senate can only expel a senator with a vote of 2/3 of its members, a hurdle Republicans could not hope to muster in the 51-49 body they control. "If somebody's going to land those charges, I hope that they will follow through," Booker said, running through a list of fellow Democrats on the committee. "I hope that they will bring charges against us," he said. "And I am ready to accept the full responsibility for what I have done." Cornyn read from Senate's rules in response, "Any senator, officer or employee of the Senate who shall disclose the secret or confidential business or proceedings of the Senate, including the business and proceedings of the committees, subcommittees and offices of the Senate, shall be liable, if a senator to suffer expulsion from the body, and if an officer or employee to dismissal from the service of the Senate, and to punishment or contempt." "Bring it. Bring it. Bring it," Booker responded. "Bring the charges. Bring it. All of us are ready to face that rule on the bogus designation of committee confidential," joined in Sen. Richard Blumenthal of Connecticut. "Even the threat raised by one of my colleagues to say is unfortunate, and that is a kind way of putting it," he said.